Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here. Hope you guys are having a great day and welcome to a video where I'm going to be talking about some really crazy news that's going to become very relevant tomorrow. So tomorrow, if you guys are unaware, is the first of the 12 days of the spiral. So for the 12 days, they do a lot of things. They do crown sales, they do free items, they do codes where people who've played the game, they can get, different things. And you can even get discounts, if I didn't mention that already. You can get a lot of cool stuff. But the one thing that I think is really unique about this upcoming one is what they covered in KI Live last Thursday. If you guys want to see the full reaction of that, it's my Twitch is in the description. You can check the VOD out. I reacted to the whole thing. But they're talking about literally making all of Wizard101 and all of Pirate101 free for the 12 days of the spiral. Now, there's some obvious things that just come out of this. If you haven't done Lemuria yet, I highly recommend it. I think the plot line is really cool. Honestly, even if you're not into the plot and you're just into gear, there's all kinds of things that drop that I think are kind of nice. I mean, like, you can get a themes that give you like 4 more damage for some reason, which is actually crazy. But not just Lemuria, but anything else that you can do as a member, it's free. So if you've never played the game before, Wizard City, Crocotopia, Marleybone, all of that is free. And honestly, especially when we're talking about something like the first arc, people can run that really quickly. So this is kind of a huge deal. I'm really happy that KingsIsle's doing stuff like this. I believe they did this last year with Wizard101, but they didn't include Pirate101 at all, which is extremely massive. But I also think, much like the other times where they've done like weekends where they've made Wizard City free, weekends where they've added Crocotopia to the mix, I think that this is a thing that they're going to do to gauge whether free membership in the future is a good idea or not. What I hope is that the turnout for this is just so big that they're like, oh, if we make the first worlds, first 1 or 2 worlds free, maybe this means that more people will actually get to see what the game is like, and they'll get to enjoy the game. I've always thought it was really counterintuitive that they keep releasing more and more worlds and more areas, more dungeons, more like, side things like Wintertusk and, Catacombs. They keep releasing all of this content, but they don't make any of the earlier content free. So I feel like every time they do a new update, there's a little bit less of an incentive for someone to try it out because there's even more worlds that they have to pay for in the way. I don't see how they could lose that much by making Wizard City and Crocotopia free. I hope that so many people log into Wiz during this weekend and try out Lemuria, try out the game for the first time. I just hope they get what they need, which is the affirmation that if they do this, if they make the worlds free, more people will play. That's what I really hope comes out of this. Now, I will say this. I think there has been a shift recently in the way KingsIsle handles a lot of things, especially since, I don't know, like Amigo acquisition, which was about a year ago now. I think one thing that I think is really worth mentioning, right, is a Gamma plushie. They did something that they've never done with this. One, they sold an IRL product, which is already like miles beyond what I thought Wiz would ever do. But also they published a number, and it gives us a really good idea. This is a $24, $25 plushie that literally so many people wanted to buy. Like, the number was absolutely mind-boggling. It's hundreds and hundreds of people. I think the exact number last time I checked was 5,000 plus people bought a $25 item. That's actually crazy because membership isn't even $25. As good of a thing that it is that they're putting out like even 12 days of like a free-to-play game, right? I think that they really need to consider like doing this much more often, because I feel like I don't know, this year we've had a couple of weekends and now this, right, a 12-day period where parts of the game or the whole game is free. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like they've gotten more and more evidence that a lot of people are willing to pay for the game, even for something like a plushie. Imagine that. If someone's willing to do that much for a plushie, you don't think you can make the crown shop good and make it so people can buy through that instead of paying membership at the very first world to progress? Like, I feel like they're just doing it wrong, and they're getting more evidence as to why they're doing it wrong. I just hope that next year especially, they start making the shift towards making many more parts of the game free, or at least many more parts of the game rewarding for people that are loyal and pay a lot of membership. At the very least, do that. Now, I think the big surprise with the news from KI Live, of course, is the fact that Pirate101 is going to be free. And this is also accompanied by the fact that Pirate101 is going to also have an update next year. Now, the scale of this update seems to be unclear, so I don't know if it's going to be like something as big as like the Lemuria update, for example. I don't know if it's going to be like that, or maybe if it's going to be maybe more of a dungeon like Catacombs. Maybe it's not even going to be something like that. Maybe it's going to be like, you know, maybe just like an area, you know, that they add. I don't know. I don't know exactly. They didn't specify what's going to happen next year. But the fact that whoever's in charge is clearly also including Pirate101 in this kind of thing makes me think that there might actually be a lot more quality content coming out of KingsIsle. They're hiring more people than ever before. This is a verifiable thing. You can literally look. You can check their, like, I don't know, you can check their website, but also there's like different job listings that they do on different websites. You can check those. They have more job openings as well, and this is something that a lot of people have been noting, like whether this is for Pirate or Wiz, it means that there's going to be better quality content coming as well. So with all this news combined, yes, I'm super excited for the Pirate101 update. I'm super excited for all the people that get to experience Pirate and Wiz for the very first time from Wizard City or Skull Island going forward. And I'm also very excited for everyone who wants to try out Lemuria and farm the gear and all that. They can do that for the holidays. They can do that. What I will say, though, is if you're trying to include all these games, if you're trying to hire people to make better quality content, I feel like the priority should be that as many people see it as possible. I think time after time, KingsIsle has underestimated, for the past 10 years, let's say, they've underestimated the power of eyeballs. And I feel like that's the problem. I feel like the more eyeballs you get on something that looks good, that feels good, that's how you build a community. And I feel like they've been using a paywall for so damn long that it feels like a reward to get something like this. I feel like this should be the new normal as soon as humanly possible. I really think that'll do more good than harm. I hope that the numbers all add up in their favor so that they can be like, oh yeah, let's make Wizard City free. Oh yeah, let's make Skull Island free and Pirate. Like, let's do these things so that people can actually see what the game is about. But yeah, man, if you got nothing else out of the video, at least if you want to try out the games, make sure you play the games from the 9th to, I believe, the 21st. I don't know, it's 12 days. I don't know, do the math. Maybe the 20th. I don't know how that works. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of this in the comments. You guys think that this is the start of more? I mean, we've definitely started seeing more frequently free content. I know that the Wizard City and Krakatopia weekend, that was pretty recently. And this is a big deal because Pirate101's involved. So they're not only doing it more frequently, they're escalating it a little bit, which is really good. But you guys think this is going to happen to the point where people are really drawn into the game? Or do you think it's just like, you know, temporary things that just reward existing players? That's a real question. I hope that it brings people into the game. That's what I hope. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about the Pirate101 and Wizard101 news. I will be starting a Pirate101 walkthrough on either the 9th or the 10th of December when all of this starts on Twitch. So if you guys are into Pirate, check it out. Check out the Twitch. 2 Twitch plugs. Wow. As always, y'all, if somebody has not told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment. Tell me your opinion. And stay awesome, bro. And yeah, y'all.